I put the door frame up in there. My old door frame.
We're starting here, starting right now. 1, 2, 3. We breathe it in. We feel our hearts, they're pounding, rising up to feel the fire that's wild through our veins. We take a chance and know we'll never be the same. Giving it all we got, giving it all. Giving it all we got. Climbing up to the top of the world. No fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours.
Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing? After chasing away another snake this morning, or my wife screaming. Yeah. What was I doing? I don't know. Hey, oh, check this out. So they got these things. My wife bought them. I think she got them on the internet. But so the trees, right? These are the long trees. And these papers look like yellow tags that you kind of have for marking the tree or whatever, but they're actually that bug paper, and they're for agriculture. So you know, you stick them on there and it gets the tiniest of bugs, you know, the ones that don't that you can't hardly see, but they can reap some damage. So yeah, she was out there hanging those yesterday, see if she could, you know, slow down any kind of bug infestation over there. I think they're going to work, because the fly paper that we have here in Thailand, ooh, that's pretty cool. Stuff's like magic, man. It's a magnet. These are my old rims, the ones I swapped. I swapped these out on my new bike, or my new used bike. The one, that rim was damaged, and so my nephew over there, he took the hub off and put it over onto the new bike, because I got new tires and rims over there, the big ones. My neighbor was just over here with his with his Royal Enfield, and I was noticing that the front tire on his Royal Enfield that's about as fat as the ones that I bought for my 125. So they gotta get some good traction there. Oh yeah, hey, I put the door frame up in there. My old door frame been sitting in the rafters and knocking on the ground for 2 years probably. But what I'm gonna do this morning, I didn't want to do too much work. I do have to run around and get some fish feed, and thinking it would go macro, give me, you know, a couple thousand more Pepsis and you know, do some running around. But before I do that, I'm gonna make me my loft ladder. So I got these two. This is all leftover metal, yeah, so I'm kind of DIYing it with my leftover metal. And but what I'm gonna do up here is, it's currently at the angle it needs to be, and these two pieces just happen to be this length, but they're not quite high enough. I'm not welding that there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some, I believe I can probably, when I'm out and about here today, maybe I can find like hooks like this that I can just weld to the top of that, and then I can hook it on there just like a bunk bed ladder. If not, I think I do have steel in the shop, and I might be able to use my grinder to cut it into that shape and maybe cut my own hooks. But anyway, so yeah, and I never made no ladder. I never made a ladder. I think I made a regular kind of ladder before, like bamboo ladder. But I never made a loft ladder or a ladder that I think should, you know, be fairly strong, stable, and able for me to climb up that when I'm 75 years old. I'm 66 now, you know, time fly, man. I'm just passing 3 years being here in the country and gone. So 3 more, oh, I'm gonna be 69. Oh, 3 more, you're gonna be 72, and then it's all upon you. But I would still want to use this space, right? I still enjoy this space. I mean, obviously I can hang out down here, but why not be up in the loft, you know? So I need to climb this. So I'm making it a little wider. This is gonna be, the rungs are gonna be 18 inches. I think that's a pretty good space. You know, that's these the rung on the ladder, on the step ladder, or yeah, I guess the step ladder. What is this? This is well, wall to wall there. It's only 15 and, you know, just under 16 for the wide one. And so, you know, hey man, I'll add a couple inches onto that, and I think that'll be wide enough. Besides that, I'm also using scrap leftovers to make the rungs, so I happen to have one more long piece. This is an older piece. It's got a little bit of a bow in it because it's been sitting in my stack for so long, but I only have a little bit of a section left over after I cut the number of pieces I need. So I could go 19 on it, but I don't want the ladder coming all the way out into the middle of the damn, you know, area, right? So anyway, yeah, so it's gonna be 18 pieces, 7 pieces, 18 inches long. And then what I did was I marked the from the top, you know, straight down. I marked that on the ground, and then what I did is I took the in order to figure it out, I took it from here and went dead center on the ground, and then I measured across. That was a 60 centimeter throw. So because I figured that walk up is good, I can deal with that, or anybody should be able to, because it's a ladder, right? It's universal, it's made for everybody. So I marked it out 60 on this one, and this is my throw here. So the tricky part, and to be consistent, will be to, you know, because I want the rungs, you know, basically going in. It's going to be on the inside, and so, but I want it at, it's going to have to be tilted right at the right angle because the ladder's tilted. So I'm gonna have to get them in the right space, get it the right angle. Probably need 2 different levels, and then mark it real good with my marker. Because when I lay it on the ground and I'm welding it, this thing's gonna be on the ground, and I'm welding it. I can't just weld like this, right? Because it's gonna be the step. So I have to have it on its side, a little bit tilted when I weld it. And you know, if I'm off, probably even just a little bit, it'll be noticeable. So I'm really gonna try and get that right. I don't want to make a mistake, you know, because if it's actually too much this way, what happens? You slip off of it, right? Or if it's too much that way, you slip into it. And at 75 years old or something, I don't want to be slipping. Although, in the big picture, I could weld that rung in there, use it for a while or whatever, and then slide a big 2x6 or 1x6 or whatever piece of wood right on top of that, and, you know, screw it into it or whatever, and then I have a full-on big step to use, which I might do. But in my current design mind, in my head, I want to keep it a little bit more minimal look, you know, because this is all going to be flat black too. I'm going to coat this with flat black, but I'm not going to, I'm going to use, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm going to use barbecue paint, you know, that flat black barbecue paint on all this stuff, because all the metal, because that's, you know, that's high heat, that's what it's designed for. and so it won't peel off and all that stuff. I put it on my pizza oven stovepipe over there, works great. But regular flat black, I had that before on a piece of the front gate I was using, and the sun, you know, the midsummer sun baking down 120 or whatever. The regular spray paint like flake off like that, start to bake off. I don't want any flaking happening in here, so I think the high heat spray paint that actually says barbecue on it is the good stuff. I use it in California for a lot of stuff. I said, man, this is the stuff. If you don't want your paint to come off, this is the stuff. But anyway, yeah, so today right now I'm going to get down to cutting my 18-inch pieces, making sure I got them all cut right. There might be, I may have to do something like cut a small piece for the under wedge if I don't weld it right. Which is a chance I could, because you know sometimes this, although I did buy the, I don't know about this one, I think it feels like it's a good one. I did buy the thicker one so that they would be easier to weld without going a hole right through it when you burn it. Anyway, let's cut some metal, build a ladder. Back at you. Whew. Oh, chop those guys. And what I did, I've cut the footer angle, but you know, that's one of the components of how I do everything here, right? And doing it myself, I don't have all the right tools, levels, bevels, all these things, so I kind of try and figure it out, right? Well, how am I going to get that right cut without screwing it all up, you know? And in order for these angles, what I'm doing is I took the I took the ladder and I laid it down on the ground sideways, laid that down there so I could get the right angle of the footer so it sits flat on the ground right at my angle, and I cut that. It's perfect. Now I've used the clamp to bring it up tight, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run I just have my square. I'm going to try and do it here. I do have a level, but that level is really big. I have a shorter one, but I don't have a little one, so I can't get it perfectly in here. I'm going to have to do it here a little bit. That's not always good, but anyway, I'm going to try and get the right angle here, you know, mark it here and then make it level so I can get all my marks on this one piece, and then I'll just mirror that on the other piece. I'll use this one as the mark. All right, let's do it. So the challenge is, we'll see how it works out, but you know, how to hold the line, you know, when I get the 18-incher, I gotta have it at that angle. Now I could you know, just hold it there with one hand and hopefully spot weld, you know, stick weld, jab like that, and hold it in place, do it like that. But you know, I have found when I'm doing that, I'm trying to hold something with one hand and weld it with the other, and it don't wear out too good. So then I remembered, oh man, I got these table clamps, these big old bar clamps. So what I've done is I just used the bar clamps and I pinched the sides together so that it's pinched in there, and then I can get it right on its line, and it's real strong. I put two of them in there. I didn't want to try and do the whole thing, and then I'll just weld those right there, and I think it'll work out just fine. Yeah. Although I haven't used my bar clamps. I used them on this a couple times and they're real rusty, man. I need to grind, wire away all those bars off, keep them in better shape, oil them up or something, because wasn't opening. All right, man, let's get some welding. Weld my steps. Hopefully it's not all crooked when I'm finished. I don't think so. This will be badass. All right, man, back at you. Man, did you get it? Huh. Did you see that? Camera probably got it. You know, that's why I throw that rag on top of my feet, man, so them hot embers don't fall on my feet. Usually the small little ones, maybe a little hole or something, but damn, that thing, boom, caught on fire and caught on fire again. So gotta watch that, man. Anyway, I don't know, man, I think it worked. It's upside down now, so the ugly parts of the welds are on the underneath side. I didn't weld the top. I thought of welding both sides, and I thought, you know, why am I doing that? It's the same as if I put a metal bracket underneath, which I actually, halfway through this, I was thinking, man, you know, the welds are gonna look nasty. I try to make it look nice, you know. I thought maybe I should just put a bracket under there and, you know, screw the metal screw in like that. But I think welding's stronger. Bracket might wear out after, you know, keep stepping on it or whatever. Anyway, got it done. Let's see how it looks over here, man. Well, it passed the climb test. Well, yeah, man. It's all right, huh? I'm not sure actually how perfectly, you know, level it is like that, but I think it's good enough. It looks like it's good. Right now I got it a little bit of an angle. I gotta make it come out this way more. But again, remember I told you I don't have enough height there. I barely have enough height, so I want to put them hooks on there. That'll give me a little bit more kick out, get a little bit more of a better footing. Well, yeah, I like it, man. Came out all right. You know, I like it. Yeah. Anyway, I like it. Picasso. All right, man. Well, hey, time to go out and about and get my duties done for the household. And hey, thanks for watching my little update here on my loft ladder on the Tad farm. All right, man. Keep watching. I'll get back at you.